Hello, class. We're going to continue looking at some business scenario problems. In this video, I'm going to look at two problems. I'm going to look first at problem 26.2, and then we'll look at problem 26.10. It's not technically a business scenario problem. It's actually called a legal reasoning group activity, but located in the approximate same location in your textbook. All right, so let's take a look at problem 26.2 here. I don't want to read the whole thing to you, but in this problem, you have two checks that have been written, and Emilio is the transferee. He has received these two checks from, and the book tells you, dishonest payees. And the question that you're going to need to answer is, can Emilio be a holder in due course? The other thing we know about Emilio is that he has paid value, so we don't deal with that issue at all. All right, so let's take a look at the two checks that come into Emilio's possession. The first check, letter A, the check has been issued in the amount of $9, and then the facts tell you that the payee cleverly altered the numeric amount from 9 to 90, and then changed the 9 on the check, spelled out, changed the 9 to 90. All right, so there's been a clever alteration here. Emilio has paid value. Can he be a holder in due course, an HDC? And well, what we're going to do is take a look. What's required to be a holder in due course? First of all, pay value. We have that. Has it been done in good faith? Is there anything here to say that Emilio has done anything dishonest or not in good faith? No. And does he have any notice that there's an alteration to the check? No, he does not. So Emilio would be a holder in due course of the first check in letter A there. All right, take a look at letter B. This check, it's not an alteration. What we have in letter B is an incomplete check that has been filled in incorrectly. Let's just say incorrectly. The authority to fill in the check was up to $90. However, the payee filled it into $900, exceeding the authority that the owner of the account had given to the payee. So in this case, again, we ask ourselves, does Emilio qualify as a holder in due course? Well, has he paid value? Yes, he has. Has he taken the check in good faith? No way for Emilio to know that the payee only had authority up to $90, so is in good faith. And does Emilio have any notice of any problem or defect? No, Emilio does not. So Emilio will qualify if he is the transferee on this second check. He will also be a holder in due course and able then to attempt to collect on the check at the face value. And then it would leave what? The drawer whose authority has been exceeded to look to his agent or whomever filled in the check for any kind of reimbursement. All right, that's problem number 2, 26.2. We're going to move on now. Let me scroll over to that page at the end of the chapter, and we'll look at problem 26.10. All right, here it is. Now, in this problem, I'm not going to read the facts, but I'll go through the facts with you. We have a promissory note, though, in problem 10, and this promissory note is incomplete. The amount has been left blank. The maker on this blank promissory note is Celine, and the payee is Hayden. Hayden is supposed to buy a used car for Celine, and this promissory note is what Celine is using to repay Hayden. All right. She authorizes Hayden to complete the check with an amount up to $2,000. However, the story goes on to tell you that Hayden makes the promissory note out for $5,000, He next goes to the First National Bank of Oklahoma, and he sells the $5,000 note to the bank. He gets $4,850 for the $5,000 note. He does not buy a car for Selene, and then he leaves the state. All right. First National Bank has no idea of what Hayden has agreed to do with Selene. They don't even know how the note was originally drafted and what the context of that is. So they are going to be able to say that they acted in good faith there. All right. So the two questions they pose, though, first one, letter A, and we'll just ignore the idea that this is for a group, but whether the bank qualifies as a holder in due course, and if so, in what amount. All right, so I already mentioned how the bank has acted in good faith. They know nothing about what transpired between Selene and Hayden. Have they paid value? Has the bank paid value? The bank has. They paid $4,850, all right? And have they taken the note without any notice of a problem? The bank has. The bank will qualify as a holder in due course. Let's look at the second problem. The second problem changes the context of the transfer. Instead of Hayden going to a bank, Hayden sells the note to a stranger in a bar, and he gets $500 for this note made out for $5,000. Will that stranger, the transferee, qualify as a holder in due course in this context? And what are we going to do? We're going to look again at the three requirements to be a holder in due course. Has value been paid? Well, $500 has been paid. So technically we can make the requirement of value. Has the transfer been done in good faith? Has the transferee acted in good faith? Well, what you're supposed to see from this change of facts is that this is not your typical business setting. It's kind of on the sly, right? It's done in a bar, and the parties don't have any kind of, not that you're required to have a relationship, but don't even have kind of a business relationship. So there gives you pause about whether there's good faith here. There probably is no good faith. We are lacking good faith. And then how about the third requirement of no notice of a problem or in the underlying transaction? Well, there is no actual notice of any kind of issue regarding the note itself. However, what do we see here? We see that Hayden is willing to part with the instrument, to transfer the instrument for 1/10 of its face value. That in itself may tip the transferee off that there could be a problem, that there should be a problem, and the transferee should be aware and beware of buying this from Hayden. So, in all likelihood, the stranger in part B there probably will not qualify as a holder in due course. Be very unlikely to qualify as a holder in due course. All right, I'm going to end the video and we will pick up. I have one more problem I'd like to review with you.